Welcome to Alter. I'm your host, Nicole Meline. This podcast explores the practice of transformation as a conversation between hustle and flow. Altering, changing, growing, becoming, and altering, offering, surrendering, opening to divine conspiracy. It's the dance of the leader, athlete, artist, entrepreneur, committed not just to optimal expression, but to exceptional being. So here are adventures in alignment and conspiracy, awake to all the grit, dirt, and complexity of our world, alert to the graces that come alongside the struggle, the hustle, a cocktail of soul food, new rhythms, and street wisdom, encouragement, an infusion of courage for the moments you need it most. I'm your host, Nicole Meline. Let's alter together. We are in between. We are in the middle of something. Do you feel the haze, the exhausting uncertainty? As a global community, we're in the middle. The world is not what it was, and we don't know what it will be. It feels impossible to plan. We're tired of the strangeness, the fear. We want to be able to trust each other, our bodies, the future. There's a word for this: liminal. We're in liminal space. Liminal is an old Latin word for threshold, the entryway, the space of transition, the space in between the outside and the inside, a hallway, a passageway. In rites of passage, there's always a liminal space, a time of ambiguity, disorientation, a middle place. One of the oldest stories of a rite of passage or a hero's journey is Dante's epic poem, The Divine Comedy, which he began at the age of 43 and took 10 years to write. 10 years of middle space. Its most famous lines are its opening. In the middle of the journey of life, I found myself in a dark wood, and the way forward was wholly lost to me. It's hard to say what it was like in the thick of thickets, in a wood so dense and gnarled, the very thought of it renews my panic. But to tell you the good it brought me, I will speak about the other things I saw there. The first words of the poem in Latin are in media res, in the middle of the way, an interruption, a swerve, an unexpected delay that demands to be interrogated. That feeling of disorientation was the soil of this poem that gets to the heart of romantic love and an endless romance with God. I've been thinking a lot about that word romance. Do you know what it means to wander? That the heart of romance is to be turned off course. We might savor that in these weird days, these romantic days. There's another old book I've been turning off course to. It's a mysterious, mythical book with kind of an uncertain origin. Most scholars place in the 14th century, which was also the time of the bubonic plague in Europe and Asia that came to be called the Black Death. The book's called The Cloud of Unknowing, and it's a guide to contemplative prayer, which is more about listening than speaking, a kind of meditation. The core strategy of the book is a process of surrendering to mystery, being in the presence of the divine, and one by one surrendering your ideas about him, her, it, and being held by the great unknowing, by a presence richer, more intimate than you could ever imagine. There's a kind of relief that God can't be limited by your ideas, by your ability to imagine. My favorite line from it says about God, "For he can well be loved, but he cannot be thought. By love he can be grasped and held, but by thought neither grasped nor held." That feels right in my body. You know what I mean? Because uncertainty is possibility. Uncertainty is possibility. Let that live in your body right now. Let that untangle a few knots, a few tense spaces. Let tension become space. Let uncertainty become unknowing. Liminal space, in between the no longer and the not yet. I invite you to join me in a meditation on the in-between. In the in-between. Find a comfortable seat or a quiet place to move however you feel led. Deep, slow breath to drop in. Slower exhale. A few more exchanges of breath, letting your body relax into the space in between. The unknowing. The kingdom of the present moment. The field of uncertainty, which is also possibility. Inhale long, exhale slow. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay with this rhythm. Focusing your attention on the space in between, the holds. Be held in them. Practice contentment, gratitude, rest. No needs, not even to breathe. Stillness. Nothing to crave, nothing to do, nothing to buy. Unprepared, unarmored, open. The rest, the fullness, the possibility of liminal space. In between the no longer and the not yet. Floating in the great cloud of unknowing. The miracle of your life, of this moment. Palm to palm, hands to your heart. Savor this state. Practice this presence. What an honor to be with you in the in-between as we alter together.